I'm struggling. Ooh, squirter.
Oh, what's that sound, everyone? Oh, that's the sound of an episode of Jillin Off with Christina Walkinshaw and
Jen Murphy.
Yeah. Here we are, you guys. Thanks for hitting the old click button on us.
Sponsored by.
I was just about to say something.
Should we give our sponsor right up top?
Oh, yes. Can everybody? Well, I mean, hopefully there'll be some clips from the show. There'll be some clip right. We are wearing our Murphy Bed Mike shirts. We're huge fans of Murphy Bed Mike. His company Hide and Go Sleep. He installs Murphy beds here in New York and New Jersey. And he gave us each a free t-shirt. And I was like, today, why not? Let's just wear matching shirts. We know that we definitely have 2 matching shirts. We have this one sober. I haven't even had a sip of this beer yet. What are you drinking?
Sierra Nevada hazy little thing IPA.
Are you already out of all the
No.
Beer Bros beer?
No, I'm not drinking Modern Times tonight because it just tastes like rejection.
I was thinking what you said last week, right before the podcast started. You were like, oh no, I was going to bitch about Beer Bro not texting me, but then he just texted me back 5 minutes before we started. And I was like, shit, like that's, unfortunately, the bad news is if guys treat us good, we don't have any material.
This is what happened last week. I was going to tell you like, oh man, I think I'm out. I feel like as soon as he gave me that second round of beer, I don't know what happened. He saw me in person and lost interest or something. I feel like maybe the sun was reflecting right on my 40-year wrinkles. No, I didn't hear from him. And so I was going to tell you on the podcast, like, well, I guess Beer Bro's out. And then literally like 5 minutes before we recorded, he texted me. He was like, God damn it. Now I can't do that bit. Not that it's a bit, can't tell that story. But now this week, it's been 7 days. And I was like, okay, I haven't talked to him in 7 days. Now I can tell her. And then I don't know if this counts, but he reacted to commented on my worm story on my Instagram. So I'm like, is that technically a communication? Do I have to hold off another week before I say I got rejected?
Yes, that totally counts. Any social media engagement definitely counts as an interaction, especially if he reacted to your story. So he's not only watching the story, but he's reacting to it. That is for surely an interaction.
It's also like, why does he keep doing this to me on Tuesdays right before I'm about to talk about it?
I don't know, maybe because he doesn't want you to complain about him on the podcast.
I feel guilty drinking all this beer that he gave me because I'm like, I feel like I should return it.
Can you imagine you return the beer just because you wanted another hug?
Can I bring this back to you? The funny thing is I told you how he gave me like an insane amount of beer. So I almost feel like maybe it was a parting gift. He was like, please don't come back. Here's enough. Here's enough to last a while.
I know. I only buy like 2 or 3 rolls of toilet paper every time I go to the store because I kind of like the trip there. Like small amounts of things. That way I keep having something to do. Do you know what I mean?
No, I totally get it. Especially during the pandemic. My neighbor would go with me to 7-Eleven and I would buy 1 beer. And he's like, why don't you buy a 6-pack? I'm like, because I need something to do. I need to come here every day and buy 1 beer because it's an outing.
Exactly. It's like my big trip out for the day. Like,
yeah. What am I going to stock up for? I want to leave the house.
I know. I have no reason to stock up really because I'm just one gal. Like how much can I, well, I guess toilet paper, I could plow through a lot, but we don't want to end up with another episode that has to be called, how many flushes will it take for this skid mark to go away on its own? Nobody's going to listen to that episode. That never gets the popular ranking on Apple iTunes.
Wait, we talked about this a long time ago when we were still in the studio about if you're at somebody's house and you wad up a thing of toilet paper on your hand to make sure you get rid of any skin.
Oh yeah, like if they don't have a scrubber beside the toilet.
We talked about it. And I feel like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I feel like it's pretty rare that somebody doesn't have a scrubber.
You've dated comics.
Oh, I mean, for sure, I've been there. Oh yeah, I've been there for sure. But for the most part, it seems to be a scrub kind of world. Like everybody's got the toilet scrubber. So yeah, when you come across a guy who doesn't have one, you're like, what the hell do you do? Yeah, exactly. And then you gotta get the toilet paper and make the ball and scrub it off yourself.
Or have you been in somebody's house where they have the scrubber, but it's metal? So when you take it out, it kind of clinks around and you're like, I don't want them to know I'm using the scrubber. So you got to very quietly, it's like a game of operation. Like, don't let the metal touch the metal. Scrub very gently. Otherwise the metal's clacking like.
It's so true.
I have right now. It's a totally metal one.
Like, if your dump didn't make a loud enough noise, that clink of the scrubber will. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful.
Oh my goodness. Well,
we always try and make it through 5 minutes without poop talk, and we always fail.
I had a slice of pizza for lunch today.
I saw your story.
It was so delicious. I don't do that very often, but I gotta say this: it was giant. It was Sicilian. It was like a thick, crispy crust, tons of pepperoni, and then I did have a beer with it, just because I was making a fitness guru video, not because I was like drunk at lunch or anything, but I just thought it would be funny. So I'm actually surprised I don't have more poop content right now, but the pizza sat very well. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
No, I saw Instagram story. That pizza looked delicious. Also, you were holding it up to make the story, and it looked like it was snowing, and I was like, get your pizza out of the snow.
I mean, it wasn't snowing at the exact moment that I was eating, but it was definitely, it had just stopped. Like we've obviously had a ton of snow.
I guess it was just all the snow behind you.
So much. Me and my neighbor still went for mug night last night though. I'm getting good at this outdoor dining in the snow. It's kind of cute, and it's actually, as long as the wind doesn't blow, it's kind of nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it.
Wow. I went on Sunday because they just brought back our outdoor. LA, they're such assholes though. So they brought it back, but they said no TVs are allowed because they don't want people gathering for the Super Bowl.
Oh.
So I walked across the street to the bar, and like there's just no TV. It's dark. It just seemed like almost more depressing than being at home.
What time?
A little bit of life, some sports. We need some sports or something. Not that I'm watching it, but it's there in the background.
Yeah. Did I already tell you that Valentine's Day we have indoor dining again? Like 25%.
Oh, you guys are way ahead of us. Nice.
I know. It's very exciting. Well, I think our numbers are going down and the vaccinations are going up. So it seems to be.
Christina froze, I guess.
But I am.
There you are. That's perfect for Valentine's Day. People can make reservations. It's going to be hard to get a reservation.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now you
froze.
Oh, no, we both froze.
We both froze at the same time?
Cute. Soul sisters.
Cute. Oh my God. You are frozen with your mouth wide open burping. Oh my God. Wait till you see the video. That was amazing. Paul, help us. Christina's frozen again.
It was weird. It was weird because only Jen was frozen on my end.
Yeah, I saw Jen.
Why is this happening? It hasn't happened to us in weeks or ever, and now 2 weeks in a row.
I know. I think Zoom's racist.
Zoom is racist?
That's my answer. That's the only answer I could come up with.
For white girls?
Yeah.
I mean, it is weird this never happened to us, and now it's 2 weeks in a row. It's obviously our internet. I just don't know why.
Oh no, I should have restarted my computer before we started this. You guys I hope the listeners are really good about talk.
I mean, I just can't wait to edit the video and show you your mouth frozen on my It was literally like this. Like this really long burp.
When Christina's computer freezes as she burps. I don't know how I have sex with anybody. I'm so gross.
Well, that doesn't seem to deter you at all.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I have the pheromone thing, but anyways, yeah. I was thinking about making a new burp video for my OnlyFans, even though, I mean, I feel like I've already told you, but I'm kind of like, you know, falling off the OnlyFans passion right now. I'm like, oh, I'm so into my writing right now, and I'm really loving what I'm making that I'm like, maybe it's time to retire as a burper. But then I can't stop doing the burping because also it is some money, and money is great. But anyways, I was thinking about making a burp video where I could at least show my other side, you know, my creative side. So I was thinking for my next video, I'm going to make one where it's like a burp and a one-liner, a burp and a one-liner, a burp and a one-liner. So it's a combo of both my talents.
There you go.
Yeah, there's been a few guys on there that are like, whenever I joke, like make jokes in the videos, they're like, burps and jokes, what could be better?
That's a really good idea.
That's kind of cute. I got to change it up, you know. I'm just like any artist, you know, as a professional burper, we're always looking for ways to reinvent ourselves.
You are an artist.
I really am.
Speaking of, our latest burp video has done very well on YouTube so far. It's only been 2 days. It's got like,
I think that people were jonesing because we gave them a break and they didn't have any content for a while. And then we came back and they were so ready.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, excepting for that one guy who wrote, like I read all your comments. What he said, he's like, it's getting old now. Well, clearly that guy's not a burp lover. Like,
I was like, whatever. But you know what? At that point, when he had written that, there still was like absolutely no thumbs down. So at least he didn't.
That's true. That's a positive thing.
Like 48 thumbs up right now.
That's good. Wow. Oh yeah, I'm more popular as a burper than I've ever been as a comedian.
Oh, okay. So this is interesting. That's not true. But I was going to tell you this. This is interesting. Well, I don't know if we want to talk shop on the podcast, but I'll just bring it up. We can talk about it later. But so, you know, I go into analytics on YouTube, and that's how I see that sometimes people watch a minute or two, which I don't know if they're fast forwarding. I don't know if they can figure out when the burps are. But anyway, but also in analytics, I saw how they're seeing the video, whether it's a subscriber or it's through a YouTube search, or if it was a video recommended to them. So 69% was YouTube search.
Really?
So 69% of the viewers are people searching for burps. Like that's a high, because all my tags are like have to do with burps or female comedians, but I'm guessing it's the burps.
No, I think it's definitely the burps. Yeah, for sure. Because they do. And I feel like I get a lot of my subscribers from YouTube. That's why, because I've kind of petered off putting it on like my Twitter profile and my Instagram, and for, you know, focusing, you know, the legit side of my career on that social media. But I'm still not worried because I feel like everybody comes from YouTube or from the BFF.
That's what I was thinking, because I thought of you and I was like, if that many people are searching burps, if you put on your YouTube page, if you put just a clip, like 30 seconds of you burping, and then like, go follow me on OnlyFans for personal burps or you know, more personal stuff, I wonder if you'd get more subscribers from that.
I think I'm going to try it because I wrote a piece remember I did the Whiskey Brothers podcast a few weeks ago. I don't know if I babbled about this, but Slade Ham, who's a great friend of mine and hilarious comedian from Texas. I do a show and I'm like, okay, what time are we starting? And he's like, okay, 5:30 your time. So I'm like all ready to go, like 5:30. I'm like, oh, and I wrote a piece. He wanted like a desk piece, like something you would do on, you know, the Daily Show or something. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to talk about the importance of during a pandemic. And so I write this whole piece and I'm all cute. I'm ready to go. I'm all like jacked up on caffeine, like, and then I'm waiting because he's like, we'll write you and then we'll bring you in when you're going to do your segment. Well, like, that's when we'll send the Zoom to you. I was like, great. So I'm all ready and I'm ready. And I figure, okay, the thing's probably like an hour. So after 5:30, I'm not worried. And then it's like 6 and then it's like 6:20. And then I'm like, finally I write him. I'm like, did I get bumped for a better guest? Like, how does your podcast work? I don't know. And then he goes, No, I said 5:30 your time. I go, I'm in New York. And he's like, you are? And I'm like, yeah, things are keeping up. I'm in here March 1st.
Pay attention to your social media.
So he's like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, I guess, I think what you meant to say is 8:30.
Oh.
So anyways, that was a fun game. But I wrote this whole thing. And then one of the guys didn't understand what Slate had asked me to do. And so he was interrupting me the whole time anyways, which, whatever. I'm so used to, I know how to get interrupted. I'm fine. And maybe it's me. It's obviously me. But now I kind of do. I want to redo the piece and then throw it up there. You're right. Use all the hashtags and then see if I get some new subs, because it really was. I think I did a good job writing the piece too. I think it was funny even without the burps and stuff,
Yeah, no, I think it'll work if that many people are searching.
Yeah, I've legitimately been more productive since January 20th.
Oh, I see that on your IG and I wasn't sure if you were kidding or not.
No, I'm legit. I don't know if like a curse was lifted or what, but I've been working my ass off. Like usually I set a timer on my hours tracker app to attempt to write 3 hours a day. Wow. 3 hours when you're not doing anything is not a big chunk of time really, but
that's a lot of time writing.
I know, but literally I was maybe hitting like 30 or 40 minutes a day most days. And that was mostly just morning pages, not anything substantial. But I swear to God, in the last 2 weeks, I not only did I start my new blog, but I joined Vocal. So I'll write like one-off pieces for Vocal that maybe aren't connected like my blog. So my blog is going through my website, ChristinaWalkinshaw.com. And then I joined Vocal and I wrote that cute piece about trying to say I love you more, which I've been working on it had been in my brain for like months now, because I'm always really active. I always like to tell you I love you. But I do think it's important to hear, especially right now. And I don't know who's hearing it and who's not hearing it and who's scared to say it. Like, I don't know what's happening out there. So I wrote that piece, but I loved it so much. And like 2 hours after I posted it, I got a $10 tip, because Vocal people, your readers can tip you if they like your article.
I just started following them on Instagram because of your story. I clicked on it and followed them, but I haven't had a chance to research what
yeah, I'm so far I'm really into it. I mean, Laura's on it too. It seems like the money I'm getting from my reads, like you need to get 1,000 reads before you make like 5 or 6, I think it's like $6 or something for every 1,000 reads. So if you went super viral, you'd make like a nice little chunk of change. But the difference between Vocal and Medium is that Vocal people can tip you. And I'm telling you, that $10, I know it's not a lot, but it made my day. I was like, somebody liked the story enough to give me $10.
Yeah, it's not the amount. It's just that, yeah, they took the time and I'm excited for your blog every Tuesday. I loved reading.
Yay! This is the 3rd time I've been down Blog Avenue, and it's once I get on a roll with it, I do like I get really excited to write and share my story and post, and it's exciting again, and I feel like motivated again. And this is so different, right? The last 2 blogs were always about my love life and my sex life, and I think I just kind of maxed out writing about. And then this is just more of a memoir. This is all about my life in comedy. So this is easier to share, even though there's clearly going to be a lot of overlap with my sex life in this blog too.
No, I love last week's. It was so good.
Did you read the one this morning?
No, I haven't read the newest one yet.
I think it's pretty cute.
Tough for me because I literally babysit like all day. But
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
it's cute, but I've definitely I haven't really even gotten to the actual comedy part yet. So far it's like other stories, but next week will definitely be like the whole kind of how I got into stand-up and my first day doing it. Like, so we're just
nice
getting in there. I feel bad sometimes. I'm like, because I had a line in the other blog, in the I Love You blog, that I kind of wanted to put in this blog. I don't know why, but I was just, because again, with my writing, I can be kind of, right. I want to say Woody Allen-y, but you can't say that anymore. And actually, I was talking to my friend, remember Spencer? We've been like talking on Marco Polo again. And sometimes I bring up Woody Allen and I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't bring him up. Like what, And then sometimes I still listen to I Believe I Can Fly. And he's like, all you got to do is sing I Believe I Can Fly in a Woody Allen voice. And I feel like that's a cancel. Double cancellations.
You can just say you respect his writing, but not his morals.
Exactly.
Be specific.
I know, but I do get a little rambly in my writing. And I was like, the fact that I'm writing about comedy and literally I'm 2 blogs in and I've barely talked about comedy. It's like I'm a very beat around the bush kind of gal, both conversationally and physically. Hey? Is this thing on? I'll see myself out.
Oh, I got my microphone, but I haven't set it up yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got a microphone.
Well, this is the problem. I ordered it thinking I didn't need the stand. I need a stand. So I ordered a stand today. So next week I'll be all set.
Oh yeah. So this came all like a, so I got it. So you would have to hold yours like
but it's not even,
if you were gonna use your microphone right now.
Yeah.
Double microphone.
It's not even comfortable to hold it. I hope you're not too excited about your indoor dining on Valentine's Day because you're going to be in your doors for our show.
I'm so excited about our show. I can't wait to open it and being like, welcome to the Jillin Off Comedy Show, where me and Jen invite comedians and you guess which ones we've slept with.
That should be a game. Oh my God, hilarious.
It really should be. Oh my God. We can make like little bingo cards for the audience.
It would be good, except that it's been so long since we've slept with some of them that some of them are married now and stuff, and you don't really want to be putting that out there too much.
I know. That's always awkward, right? When, yeah. Okay, here's a good question then. So let's say you hang out with somebody that you have slept with, like in the deep past, let's say like at least 5 years ago. He's with a new woman or a girl in some men's case. And do you ask the guy if the girl knows that you've slept together to make sure you don't, not that I wouldn't show up at a party and be like, hey, by the way, I boned your husband like 6 years ago. But like,
I just automatically assume she does not know. Like, why would she? Unless she's been somebody that's been around and known me or known both of us. Like if it was another comedian that kind of knew both of us, I might wonder. But if it's just a random person, I would assume, why would she know?
I guess so. I guess it's literally a question in my mind. Like I'll be like, I wonder if she knows that, I used to kind of date him like a long time ago. I think in general, it's better just to like not bring it up.
Oh, I see what you mean. I guess if there was a couple going to meet you and he was like, this is an ex-girlfriend of mine, but we're totally cool friends now. That's what, okay. Yeah.
I think some guys will be like, oh yeah, like she knows that we dated a long time ago and it's cool.
I feel like whenever that happens, all I do is put all my focus on the woman. So
I do that too.
I don't interact with the guy too much. So she knows like, oh, I'm not talking to him that much. I'm not trying to.
I do the same thing. Like I'll focus on her and be like, okay, make her feel all comfortable around me and not be creeped out by me. But who knows, if we're all doing this technique, then these women are going to be onto us and be like, oh, the women that are all over me whenever I hang out with, them and my husband must be the ones that fucked my husband.
Well, okay. So the last boyfriend I had, which if I ever say my ex-boyfriend, there's only one. I was 24, and then I had one as the adult that I am, technically, not mentally, but when we first got together, he had been divorced for like 9 months or a year, not that long. It was kind of recent. So she ended up being somebody who, her job wasn't booking comics for shows, but she had kind of here and there some stuff. Right away, she was like super nice to me, booked me on shows, all this stuff, but almost to a point where I was like, I'm feeling really uncomfortable. Like, I'm having sex with your ex-husband, right? Like, why are you being so nice to me? But I mean, it was super nice, but it was also like, this is like overcompensation in a weird way, right? I don't know.
But you're saying that you think that she did know that you were sleeping with her ex-husband.
She knew for sure. It was definitely out. It wasn't a secret.
Yeah. I think that's really cool for her.
Super cool. Super cool.
And maybe she was like, thank you for taking
I
this thing off my hands.
I think that's what. Maybe she booked me because she felt bad. She's like, I'm so sorry. You have to deal with him now. Come do some comedy. Get out of there.
I love it. That's the difference between like 10 years ago or like when you're married in your early 30s and like married in your early 40s. Like I feel like married women in their early 30s are like so scared that somebody wants to fuck their husband. And then I feel like women in their 40s are like, I wouldn't even fucking care. I hate him.
You make him come. I don't want to.
I know. So funny. Oh.
Gotta listen to the new Cavalry. I listened to it today.
I started today. I haven't got to the OnlyFans part yet, but I saw the title, so I knew that it probably. I had a feeling it might come up, but yeah, I started listening today, and it's already hilarious. They are so good.
It came up a lot. I'm not a devout listener like you, but I do check them out all the time. And I saw that they had their guest is somebody that I used to know pretty well, so I was like, oh, I gotta listen to Brent Tobler. But so they were talking about OnlyFans, but the thing that made me laugh also is what we were just talking about. Did you get to the part where they're talking about sexual favors when you're married?
No, I think I might have seen a clip in Andrew's feed, but no, I just started it. The problem with not going outside with all this snow is I'm not getting my long walks in to get that's when I listen to my podcast. I listen to ours today because I do it for research, to make sure that I'm always striving to be a better podcaster, dear listeners. And then theirs was just starting, but I only got like 10 minutes in maybe before I, before I took out the headphones and started doing my puzzle.
I never listen to podcasts in the house.
Me neither. It's like an on-the-go walking thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, what were they talking about? Sexual favors?
They were just talking about I don't know why I just thought of this from our previous conversation, but just when you're married and you're like, if you do the dishes, maybe you'll get a hand job, like something like that. But Johnny Beaner was the funniest. He's just like, I mean, I never end up getting these things. I try to get him to do chores, but
oh my God.
One of them started talking about, do you remember when you did you ever give a coupon book? Like I used to do this as a kid.
Book. Beaner has a bit about the coupon book.
That's what he was talking about. So I've never done it in a relationship, but that's what he was talking about. But it brought back so many memories because when I was a kid, like for Christmas, that's you don't have money, so you just give your parents like a coupon book, like I will clean up my toys or I will rake. But yeah, he was talking about it for sexual favors, and it was so funny.
So funny. Do you think I feel like this is going to be the easiest and or dumbest question I ever ask publicly and to you, but I mean, do you think that sex is better as a single person versus a relationship?
I mean, from what I'm hearing,
I totally think that sex is just better and more exciting when you're single and you don't know when you're going to have it.
I gotta say, I think the kids thing, I think when you have kids is when in a marriage is probably when it starts to get more difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
I have no idea. I'm only hearing bits and pieces from people that are married, but yeah, I mean, I've never turned down sex. Like when I had a boyfriend or something, I was never like, I'm too tired. Oh,
in relationships, I might be like, no. I don't know. I feel like I can only get wet with the same guy for like 2 years tops. And then the vag just is like, man, we're done with this guy. I'm a bad person. I'll see myself out.
I mean, honestly, I was surprised you said 2 years. That's okay.
Trust me, I have all my numbers. I have my stats, right? Because I've written about my dating life many times, but when I was younger, the maximum I could date anybody was 4 months, and then it was like clockwork. I remember breaking up with sort of been like maybe my second year university, a boyfriend, Ricardo. He was so nice to me, like wanted to buy me a new car, spoiled me, from Woodbridge, Ontario. Everyone, if you're listening.
Was he an exchange student, Ricardo?
No, he was from Woodbridge. It makes sense if you're from Toronto, I swear. Okay. But he was like the nicest boyfriend. But I warned him that when I first started dating him, I was like, just so you know, like my shelf life with these kind of things is like 4 months. And then I usually like break up with, I don't know, I can't make it past 4 months. And then I broke up with him. The next day he calls me and he goes, remember when we first started dating, you were like, hey, I usually only last 4 months. He goes, today would have been our 4 months.
Oh no.
Crazy. And then as I got older, I found, like 2 years. And then there's one relationship that made it to like 3.5. That was my max. And that's the one that my sister will always be like, ooh, Scotty's the one that got away. And I'm like, listen, I know that was a good boyfriend too. I'm saying I've had a lot of good boyfriends. I'm just saying my vagina likes variety.
I don't think I know the Scotty character.
Oh, he's great. That was a good boyfriend. Yeah.
2 years is a long time.
2 years is a long time. Can you be with somebody for a long time and like just not lead? I can't even say it.
Well, I'm sure I'm the same as you because I've never had long. I had my longest one was the last one, but I never lived with him. I was always traveling for comedy. He had a job where he traveled. So I think I think if I lived with somebody, yeah, I don't know that I'm able to live with someone unless we're both gone a lot.
Yeah. Or I feel like it does.
I think I'm the same as you. I need to like really miss people. I can't just be, I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I like a little distance as well. Wait, how long were you with that boyfriend for?
4 years.
Oh, that's a long one.
That's my long, yeah.
Yeah.
But before that, I didn't have relationships. I had weird 3 month, the same as you, like 3 or 4 months. And I don't even know if it was relationships. It was like sleeping together and odd.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know. I can go full, again, I want to say Woody Allen. Let's go Seinfeld on this one. I feel like I can go Seinfeld on this one. Like I feel like after I've been dating a guy for like a month or two, I can go totally like full blown Seinfeld on him. I'm like, the guy never closes his cupboards. It's like you go in the kitchen and it's like it's never shut. Like you put the cup away. Now it's time to close the cupboard.
Can I just say, speaking of beer bro, back in the beginning of this podcast,
yeah,
when somebody listens to your podcast, it definitely makes sense if they stop texting.
Especially if they hear my burps.
I'm not surprised. I'm just like, man, my queef was so big, I had to shower again. Why isn't this guy texting me back? I don't understand. My vagina smells like farts.
Do you see why I don't want guys that I'm interested in listening to this stuff or like following me on social media? Like, just don't, like, no, I would like to still look attractive and at least, I don't know, like 5 guys' brains,
That was totally my fault. I got so excited because I hadn't had a flirtation in so long. And it was totally my fault because I told him like, oh, we talked about you on the podcast. So of course he's
But maybe he's flattered. And you know what? If he wants to, then cute. I think I would fucking be in big trouble if anybody was phoning listening to this. I'd be like, disgusting, red flag, disgusting, red flag. The Christina Walkinshaw story. Disgusting red flag.
That's the name of the podcast.
That totally is, isn't it? Disgusting red flag.
And you have to put those 2 colon, or is it colon? The 2 little dots. Is that called? No, it's not a colon. What's the 2 little?
Yeah, colon or a semicolon is the one with the comma on the bottom, and then the colon is just the 2 dots.
Yeah, so you have to put that disgusting red flag, 2 dots, the Christina Walkinshaw.
All right, I like it.
Oh, you should just call it the disgusting red flag. Might be too long.
Disgusting red flag, the Christina Walkinshaw story. That's me, you guys. I'm disgusting and a red flag. I'm a disgusting red flag. All right, the bit's done.
I think disgusting red flag is the perfect title.
That's a good one, eh? Speaking of disgusting and red flags, cast on Tumblr.
What happened on Tumblr?
Oh, sometimes I like to go and plop our podcast on Tumblr because I have like 8,000 followers. But if you ever go into the like inbox on Tumblr, it's like some really creepers. But so I get really confused as to how you respond to Tumblr privately. Like it always seems like if you respond to them, it goes like right onto your feed, which it did. And this guy wrote me, "Where can I fuck some slut?" And so I responded, "Busy tonight, but thanks for checking in." But it didn't go privately. It's like on my feed. Oops. So anyways, if you want to fuck me, stop listening to this podcast ASAP.
Yeah, no.
Lose your heart on in 5 seconds.
I learned my lesson.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So
Murphy Bed Mike.
Murphy Bed Mike. Whoa.
I want to know why the iPhone is so fucking prude.
You want to know why the iPhone is what?
So prude. For some reason, I always have trouble with the word masturbate if I'm going to text it, and it'll never autocorrect for me. They act like they've never heard of that word, like no replacement found.
Well, that's because you should be using the proper phrase, Jillin off.
I always get confused. I always end up putting an E and it's a U. Master with a U. For master.
Oh, I think I do that too, actually. Oh, you put an E instead of a U. No, I know.
It's a U though.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it starts to autocorrect as if I'm just putting master and I have to change it. I'm like, no, I'm not putting that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then once I spell out the whole word, it will never just like, why won't it autocorrect for?
That's weird. Maybe you just haven't written masturbate enough on your phone, but once you get in the habit of writing it every day, your phone will pick up on its spelling.
Well, every day. I mean, it's a lot.
I chilled off today. I did it like, I don't know, after my walk. I don't know. I don't even think I'm jilling off because I'm horny anymore. I think it's just like literally boredom. I'm like, well, nothing else to do. Right? Let me not take that into the dating world. No, fuck you. What else is there to do?
Yeah.
I'll see myself out.
What's
hardcore COVID sex?
What's happening with your dating world? What's happening with Bubble Boy?
I don't know. It's all just, this is literally just a big ball of bingo balls at this point. Like,
bingo balls?
I don't know. I feel like I'm texting with like a lot of other people and like not romantically or whatever, but I've been, I don't know. Sometimes I Marco Polo with a guy that I once dated in LA. I was texting with dude number 1 today. I don't know. There's like, I don't know.
Dude number 1? Who's that?
I shouldn't call him dude number 1, but it was just like my first pandemic date.
Not the one you called me crying. The one you rode the bike to?
No, that guy I didn't sleep with. Remember? I was just mad that he picked up that I didn't want to sleep with him. And then he was like, well, you obviously don't want to sleep with me, so why are we still dating? And I was like, what?
Oh, the one you slept with. Yeah, I remember that.
Not that guy. The guy before that. I swear, it sounds like I'm dating a lot. It sounds like I'm the Tom Brady of dating, but I'm really like, I'm not. These are very spread out
things.
I could switch teams and still score. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like I got a lot going on, when really I don't. But
but Bubble still in the mix.
Yeah, still bubbling.
He's still Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yes. Huge. Not this week though, because this week I'm just going to do Super Bowl with him.
Oh.
So then I said I won't do Saturday. I'll just come over on the Sunday.
Oh,
I do, but he knows this too. I'm like, I do require a lot of time by myself. Like, even though I probably profile as an extrovert, I am an introvert in the fact that I need like a lot of hours alone before I can go out and spend a lot of hours with somebody else.
I feel like dating us might probably be a totally mindfuck.
I know.
Because I am so needy via text, and then once I'm in person, I'm like, leave me alone. They're probably
I know. I think there's a Pink song about this. Leave me alone. I'm lonely.
I am literally so needy via text. I'm like, text me back. And then in person, I'm like, we're cool. We can get our space, whatever, bro.
Yeah, oh my God, totally. It seems like a lot of civilians didn't get the memo about not dating the comics. I'll see myself out.
Oh, but wait, we need a Christina. Are you really gone?
I know you like the bob back.
I need a PS5 update. Has that disrupted your love life?
Oh wait, the Call of Duty?
No, but he got a PS5, right? Wasn't that one of the?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he's PS5. Oh, remember, because I told you, sometimes I do eavesdrop the Call of Duty games, and then I actually put that clip on YouTube, and somebody wrote, "Oh, trust me, there'll be some nasty things that people say on COD too." And then I'm like, oh, also as a woman, I also plan on hearing those.
I love that you've called it COD now.
Guys, I'm all about the COD. I know what's up. I'm watching you.
Oh my God, so funny.
How's your dating life? Just beer bro liking your Instagram stories?
That's all I look forward to.
It's something.
I mean, yeah, I text a little bit with other people, but no, nothing's going on.
I still have like a few people where like when they like my Instagram posts, I get really excited. Or if they watch my stories, I'm like, ooh. Right? That's so, yeah.
Yeah, I always check. I always think it's funny to see like the first 10 people that watch it.
Oh yeah, because everybody knows that the person that's at the top of the list is like your number one stalker. Like, oh wow, you watch all my stories. You would not like to see where you're on this list. I'd be so embarrassed.
I wish I didn't know about that, because then it makes me nervous to watch some people's stories. I wish I didn't know that people check to see who watched their stories, because
I mean, I try not to obsess over that, and sometimes I legitimately forget. But I do. I watch people's stories that I like, like, and so I'm like, I want to spread some love. I don't mind if I'm watching all their stories, but yeah, I mean, if somebody took a screenshot and of like 500 people watching their stories, I was number one, I might get a little embarrassed.
But have you ever been trying to watch stories and you accidentally hit a live, and people can see when you come in the live? They're like, Jen Murphy just came, and I'm like, no.
Oh, 100%. I panic and I'm like, whoa, like, get me out of here. I don't want to be on anybody's live. No. Absolutely not.
I get so freaked out.
That was cute that Katie, like the girl we did the burping contest with, that she went live on OnlyFans. Katie is the burper that I just did a burping contest with on YouTube, and she's great. And so she went live on OnlyFans and nobody watched.
Oh, yeah, she said
so sad. I was like, but good for her for doing it anyways.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to do that. I like to make a video and delete it. I make a video and then delete it. Make a video, then delete it. Repeat 17 more times. And then finally I get to something that's okay and I post it. And I think, you know what? I think the first one was better. That's my posting procedure.
No, that's good for her. Yeah, going live is terrifying.
Yeah, although I do like our live comedy show. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Jill, that's fine. But yeah, I can't go live on Facebook or Instagram, or it's just not who I am.
That was some good tips we got last time.
That was good. Oh, wasn't that great? That was our best show yet.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. It's literally, we're making more money doing Zoom comedy than we ever did fucking going out in LA.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's more money than we make at a spot at the Improv.
That's true. That was $15. We made 30 each on this one.
Yeah.
Good for me.
That was good. So I'm drinking a 5 Boroughs Tiny Juicy IPA. I did go up for beer and wings last night too. I like to go to Mug Night at the Northern Bell. And I got to tell you, even in the snow, it was so fun. I just plopped right in, wearing my Sorels, fearless. So good. It's funny, my dad texted me the other day and he's like, so you seen any celebrities in New York lately? Like, what? I didn't leave the house.
Mask and everything.
Yeah, so true. I was like, how would I? They'd be like wearing a toque, a scarf, a mask. All right, so I'm probably not, gonna spot Jon Stewart. Nobody's dining out anyways, and I haven't left the house. Also, I just left LA for 4 years, and you didn't ask if I saw any celebrities there.
You're like, Dad.
I met Joni Mitchell.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah, that made me laugh a lot. I like it when like a parent texts you something and it's like, even though it's cute, like it's caring and they sincerely mean it, it's like so dumb. You just like burst out laughing.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, let me just.
It's like not only is everybody wearing masks, but it's snowing, so they're all wearing hats and like covering their whole face also.
Yeah, it's like the only celebrity I've seen since I lived in New York is like that naked cowboy that dances in Times Square. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh my God, he was huge when I lived there. That was 15 years ago.
He's still there. So
Hey,
maybe I have seen a celebrity. Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah, man. I think. Oh, here, hold a second. I got us. Actually, this gives me a good excuse to grab another beer, anyways. Yeah, I went for a walk with Kirk Smith, like, I don't know, a while ago, and we saw him. Here we go. Here he is, the naked cowboy.
Wow. Oh yeah, he's aged.
Oh yeah. Or if you want to call him, ladies, 866-99-naked.
99 naked. No,
we were just giving like a free plug to the naked cowboy. He's one
the
of those celebrity I've seen in New York.
He's one of those icons that kind of made it into some movies. Just being himself. I mean, obviously he didn't have lines, but
yeah,
he was sort of a New York staple for a little while.
So I'll make sure I tell my dad, yeah, I have seen a celebrity. I've seen the naked cowboy. I'm sure that's what he was hoping to hear. Do you want to meet the naked cowboy? We can go to Times Square when you visit.
I can't believe he never asked you when you were in LA. Like, that's where you're going to see everybody.
That's what I think too. Or maybe he did and I've just forgotten. But I just thought this week for somebody to ask a person 11 months into a lockdown if they've seen a celebrity. Seemed a little silly.
We need everybody come to our show on February 14th.
It's going to be great. Everybody is so funny. So
you can do it if you're single or if you're in a relationship. You can come watch.
Yeah, because if you're in a relationship and it's like past 2 years, you probably don't have a wet vagina anyways. So you could definitely postpone having sex for our show.
Should we have a theme? I mean, should we try and do only jokes about
love? I feel like naturally everybody will probably gravitate.
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah. It's funny because I actually read, like, Grant will send me his writing. So I read his like modern love submission, and him and I always share writing and stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun. And then I also you're gonna meet one of my best friends from Toronto, Brian Hatt, who is just the best, like most lovable, hilarious, kind human being in the whole world. I'm very excited for you to meet him. Nice. And then we have the hilarious Chris Wyville. Even though it's Wyville, we like to call him the Wiv. He's in our writing club.
Oh, you Wyville?
It's Wyville. But we all call him the Wiv. I know it's weird. And
even when you read his full name, I say Wibble in my head.
I know. I think I did for a long time too. And he's in our writing group. Oh, by the way, I did finish your script. I guess I finished it this morning. It was so funny. I love reading your scripts. It's like a month in review of what we've been talking about. So funny. And then I haven't read anybody else's. I've only read yours and Alper's. But anyway, so the Whip. And then we also have Sandy Danto on the show, who's very funny.
Sandy's so great.
That's us. We're just
everybody tune in.
Two single chicks booking male comics on our show.
Well, we get females too. We're diverse.
But for Valentine's Day, I think it's kind of funny that we just like booked all men.
Yeah.
You're like, listen, we're 40 and we're horny.
So horny. Help me. Do you have anything else, or should we end on this plug of our show?
I have so much stuff, but you know how I do it. I always like write down things that I want to talk about, but then I make such a mess of my notes that I look down at my notes and then I can't even read them. I'm like, what? Where do I even start?
It's okay. I mean, we've done a solid 45, 50 minutes, so whatever. If you have something else, if not, we can leave people wanting more.
I mean, that's true. I guess I could say this. This is the last thing. So really sad news on my OnlyFans this week. I lost a subscriber. I lost a fart lover.
You never forget.
I know. I was really, you know what? I was kind of dragging him along, being like, no, for real, I'm gonna get a big one. I'm gonna rip a big one and get it, and I'll send it to you. It's just taking me a while. I keep missing the big rippers.
God, you were a tease?
Yeah, I kind of was teasing Fart Lover, and I couldn't really provide the product that he was looking for.
Okay, I've changed my mind. Now I think the name of the episode should be Fart Tease. Colon, the Christina Walkinshaw.
Fart tease.
Head on my new shelf. Fart tease. Come on,
so, I gave it a good try, but it's just very hard. And as I did say on our last Jillin off show, I did steal, like when my friend Tanya sent me a clip of one of her farts, and then I passed it along to Fart Lover and pretended like it was one of mine, and it wasn't. I know, so dirty of me. I know. I was very ashamed, but then I was determined to come up with farts for this guy. But the fact is, it's never going to be your first impulse to feel a fart coming on and go, oh, hold on a second, let me record this.
Yeah, no, it's okay that you lost him. You know what?
No, I'm sorry, Fart Lover, if you're out there and you're listening, I'm really sorry that I teased you and I dragged you along, and it was unfair of me. I wasn't providing the content that you needed, and I'm really sorry.
That was a sincere apology. My image of you has totally grown.
I know. Well, you know, I'm a really sincere gal with a dry vagina after 2 years.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding.
Watch out. Boy.
It's not dry all around. It's just dry for people after 2 years.
We get
Shouldn't
it.
say that. I should. Oh my God, I'm making a mess.
Okay. To all the dry vaginas out there.
Yeah, we hope you're not dry this Valentine's Day. We hope it's a super juicy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a juicy Valentine's Day.
Juicy Valentine's Day, guys.
Fart Lover, we wish you a juicy one too.
Yes, and shout out again to Murphy Bed Mike.
Shout out to Murphy Bed Mike. We hope that this episode did you proud.
Yeah. All right.
Now make sure this Valentine's Day you do it on Hide and Go Sleep, Murphy Bed.
Sex on a
Yes.
bed.
This is kind of perfect for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.